argument say you beton VALCO, mummy enjai. Na me tie me near Captain Smart. I think say you are getting it wrong. I think say you are doing more disservice to Ghanaians because there are so many young people who want to work at VALCO, and I don't want to say Obiakoma Captain Smart sika and I say, but Captain Smart has been briefed wrongly.
Ebusia misi ene die abwabia kawo, ene die ojabi ashi ojabi. Ebusia Kevin Taylor was sending strong warning to Captain Smart or see Captain Smart uye bra penyi but uti asembia eya verify ansa na wabeka enye sa next time onfa hunchew. Ebusia was sending message edi ama NPP delegate etra abato na amuko no Kevin Taylor se wakosunsu movie ase ena okohu say nipa bi ena waweni. Ebusia follow story no at the end of the day no ubehu nipa waweni ansa na echira no cry de edu. Ebusia hey nyame kwani no crefo. Ebusia I go the news TV mediani amando. Ebusia yeah waste time, let's go straight into the wagon. Ebusia so bekaya this week mu me the story bi ebreu ana Captain Smart or say NDC for almost started say omu to VALCO asase e di ama Indian company be by force.
Oh, ana say NDC for started to VALCO asase ni di John Mama e bia na say wunnim Julius e bia wunnim sa munnim a me ka kire mo say dam nyansa bia nim sa de na mo pesa mo yonim sa akufa de mamuefo me ya to abetia na John Mama mu yusu akufa de letter ton VALCO.
Ebusa sa sen we Captain Smart odi betu dwa no ena Kevin Taylor o se hini Captain Smart uye bra penyi sa oti asem bia eya hwehwe asem ni mu yiye ansa na odi abetu dwa sa oti asem bia mempre hu say odi asem ni ba betu dwa the fact say wanya correct document no enu nkyere say nchechemu na odi ma the public no eye correct and ebusia se nya pa say Kevin Taylor ni bra penyi ena ye Captain Smart anka Captain Smart obeji ojai.
This issue one issue me say dede abahon saying a lot of people talking about VALCO and my own senior brother Captain Smart. Recently I saw Captain Smart speak on VALCO. We are poised to revive VALCO. Emmanuel Amakofibua the land minister or say aban way esi omutimu po say VALCO de omemana say jina na so. Now recently yati a lot happening and recently I saw my own senior brother Captain Smart make a lot of noise about VALCO ayebeton Ghana fuja padi ayebeton ama ankrankra. And in fact, majority of the documents are shown they are legit. Now normally assembly hona eba the narrative ayebeto asem no so no and na mani pebi gene say maybe when somebody is bringing money to invest in VALCO no it is bad news. Say yenya butre an chekre asem no mu ye amfa nkyere Ghana ni na. Say Ghana ni to one ajebe say politicians are the same. Of course 2022 and Ekufuado all the way from 2017 to 2022 and Ekufuado are buying and ajuni say obema investor ababe so VALCO mu. Why? Because at the end of the day say VALCO si won anye juma Ghana 1 yenya so mfaso 2 yenya nipa ema VALCO enfo mu juma enti VALCO should work. Now then obema VALCO aye juma. Now there are people VALCO issue where abana sebio creative impression, and I'm not blaming Captain Smart because somebody might have briefed him wrongly. Meaning said there are people with special interest in this VALCO issue. Your uncle Fobu interest no Ghana nyina interest. And obviously I understand Captain Smart when he was speaking passionately about VALCO. Why any say a ton VALCO, any say any investor about VALCO, because we all want to protect Ghana property. I wouldn't want to sit in Ghana and say Ghana Japadi nyina at the point in Ghana for Diabiam. No, we all want to do what? Make sure say Adebia Ghana Diabiana aka Ghana. But the only way Adebia Ghana Diabiana Ghana Jarpa Diabiana you better sustain no sika enemano edien you to me sustaining without money yen to me sustaining anything Ghana dia. Inti se kasa anase nipa bi ebrifia. We need to sometimes sit back and ask ourselves, say, nipa na ehina o free ba. The interest in this saying, let me show you this. This man, he is the CEO of VALCO. The Robert Makila Sabriam. This man, I am telling you, and I'm going to tell you on authority. VALCO and some his interests, the kind of things they are getting from VALCO. VALCO na esiwana yesi enye jumano. There are some people who are making millions out of VALCO now. You say I got bankrupt. No? There are some people who are still making money out of VALCO. Because you see, the moment a VALCO become full operational, and I say 100% operational, right now, VALCO is working just 20%. Open the capacity now, only 20% in a year, Juma. And the question is, why should VALCO be working 20%? I bring a bit to my year, Juma, 100%, the capacity. The reason is that this CEO, honest some people, some interest to be. they are doing everything possible to make sure VALCO ain't any strategic investor. Now, let me tell you for a fact, VALCO ain't $750 million for VALCO can work 100%. It may have nipa to its capacity. It may be effective. It may raise sika. It may provide and I say it may supply the local market. VALCO will need $750 million. Now the question here is, and I understand Captain Smart, he's passionate, and the other people are, this man basically is selling some message out there. The real picture, no, he doesn't want to sell it to Ghanaians. VALCO has $750 million. How are we going to get $750 million to revive VALCO? The CEO of the company has not been able to tell us how he will be able to raise $750 million. And I'm telling you on record, the government of Ghana does not have $750 million sitting there to pump into VALCO. So how are we going to get VALCO to work? Because VALCO needs to work. So VALCO ye juma 100% full capacity. VALCO ya befa Ghana for juma. Anameboa. Upia brewa baby oko wato de se fa. All that we need is VALCO should work and Ghanaians are supposed to be employed. Now you ask yourself, among for the day, and a VALCO, ye beton VALCO, yedia, yes. Share swom, yes. Na VALCO nankasa no efri hin na bedru ha. Ye nipa bebre organa ya ka bibia to trim. VALCO sika oho ye beton ama obi. We need to sometimes sit back na ye bu say questions. And then they be say okay, ye the investors beka VALCO mu a na some do sika bishima ebe boaye anase emboaye. These are the simple questions we need to be asking. Enya about asembe ni na way ye say ye no entumi nchichire man no. Nti let nobody make it look like say VALCO no ye na neja padie bi na ye na neja guo na ye na dabi. There's a reason and we always have to go back, take it from the back. When we take it from the back, we will understand where the issue is coming from. The CEO on some group will be almost interest to VALCO. As we speak today, they are making millions from VALCO. Blocking the strategic partnership of VALCO. That is what is going on. From 2008, ebesi 2024, VALCO nye juma enya infaswada. And so CEO be any be demonstration say into Yaneka. But every day, government of Ghana, VALCO workers demonstrating say omo service, omo condition, ni nyina nye juma. Why is it say CEO abe demonstration? But it is always the worker down there. Because those up there, the CEO and his group, they are making money. But the workers down there, they don't care. Omo na omo bre. Inti, siyaka se, ma strategic partner bape, na CEO we no. Wabese some of the media, any workers, they say, when you demonstration, you have a ton VALCO. At the end of the day, you, the CEO, should be coming to tell us, say, you have been able to raise $750 million. So somebody coming to invest, partner, VALCO, to revive VALCO, no, it is nothing bad. Captain Smart. I think say you are getting it wrong. I think say you are doing more disservice to Ghanaians because there are so many young people who want to work at VALCO. VALCO can employ over 2,000-3,000 people. Why is VALCO not employing? Because VALCO has been making losses over and over. Tomorrow, and on Monday, me pese me nyano betina radio so TV so say $750 million da yen fanko e VALCO. Nobody is able to raise that money, but there's somebody who has it. There's a company that's ready. Why are we not giving it the opportunity? Because VALCO no yen to do fanko. So strategic partnership is not bad, Captain. It is not bad, and I don't want to say Obiakoma Captain Smart sika and I say, but Captain Smart has been briefed wrongly. There are some people they have cooked the story in such a way they will make you think say, oh, patriotism, fight for Ghana's factory. No, they are creating that impression because the moment you do that and VALCO stays in its state, the state they are in, some people make so much money. Captain, we are angry. Do we have the money? Into the argument say, you have a ton VALCO, mumi enjai. And my investors is we need to look at the documents, look at the facts, look at the long-term plan, look at what we will get. That in conformable demonstration, you have a ton VALCO, it's Captain, with all due respect, the guys who are feeding you the information, they are coming from an angle where some of they are patriotic. No, they are strategically using you. They are lying. They are giving you information that is not right. Let us give these investors the opportunity to bring in the money. $750 million, not small money. This $750 million, let us give them the opportunity. Let us give them the chance for them to invest.
Ebusenti Kevin la chrem say Captain Smart go and sin no more. Ebusa ha na asem ni wono. Owie ni say pe na osi. Echira na NPP for omu kwakoyi omu frag bearer. Na ebusa oho na Kevin la say. Sisi ade so baga na hasia. Sa particular election we are NPP for koi. Wasuma ni angels. Ama omu baga na hasi. Ebusa say Dr. Baumia ekoye campaigner. Angels ne dinichi. Second de Japan or committee delegate na angels ne dinichi. Ebusia ende bepia aspirant ni nyina bekono ni angels na watu omu apitinu omudi omechi. No ebusia osi omu wie sa adwuma ni nyina no omu aba into conclusion say nipa bi ena wawini na sa nipa no oye Kennedy Japan anaso ye Baumia. We de ya boka egu.
The ebe no ha enwumre ebi nsi da. And you know the funny thing, we proved to Ghanaians at the end of the day, the first platform, you call it the elections, the results in Ghana. And you understand, because there was a lot of work that went into it. We knew, say, NPP forward 211,000 delegates. 211,000 delegates. We are talking about 276 constituencies. Now, we don't want to be speculating. We don't want to look like, say, answer. We wanted to get to the bottom and know the real numbers. We decided, say, we were going to follow every single delegate and every single candidate. How are we going to do that? It's cash intensive. We are looking somewhere around $900,000. When it comes to the United States, there are so many agencies here who are willing to give you money to go and conduct these kind of polls. They are there, plenty. So we put everything together and said, this is what we are going to do. We are going to change the dynamics when it comes to election results. So this is what we did. We got 20 people in each constituency. 20. In the 276 constituencies around the nation, you have 20 volunteers, 20. And those people, we made sure none of them was a member of the NDC. We made sure these were ordinary people, and some of them even have affiliation to the NPP. Into every constituency, we had 20 people there, stationed there. In fact, we picked them from that constituency because we wanted people who live in the constituency. Now, when you calculate 20 by 76 constituencies, we recruited 5,520 people. These were volunteers. They signed a contract with us that they are going to volunteer. We were going to pay them, each person, a year 250 Ghana cedis a month. 250 Ghana cedis a month. Now, this is what we did. We also picked 20 people to follow the 5 candidates. Into every candidate, we had 20 people following them everywhere they went in Ghana. Baby, I'm campaign biano. Near 20 people who infiltrated the party grounds. Into near 20 people following Kennedy Japan around the nation. Baby, stopover. We had our people there. We had a bus. Sometimes they go there before Kennedy gets there. They get there before Bawumia gets there. They go in there as ordinary people and they pick out every single delegate to talk to. Technically, we had 100 people who were assigned to a candidate. Every candidate had 20 following them around the nation. But every constituency also had 20 seated in the constituency looking for the delegate in that constituency. Constituency, we were able to reach them in their farms. We were able to reach them in their markets. And we did not go there as posters or anything. They had a way of talking to them for them to basically tell them where they want to vote, who they want to vote for, and why. And before we left every single delegates, we knew about 80% where that delegate's vote was going to go. We had 20 times 276 constituencies. That was 5,520 people. We have 20 following each candidate. That is 100 people. We had 5,620 people. And these people worked for 7 months. Now, we spent 250 Ghana cedis on each volunteer every single month. We ended up spending 9.83 million Ghana cedis on this project. There's a reason why we did that. I did this because I wanted to send a message to the NDC and those who want to lead the NDC and people who think they are ripe to be NDC leaders. I want to send a message to them. So this is how we did our polls. This is how we were able to get our numbers. And let me tell you one thing. There's a lot of shifts in the numbers. The reason is simple. The Bawumia group, they are a little bit nervous. They are pumping a lot of money. But you see, change is never drastic. Change is never over 3%. Take and put this on record. We have our team on the ground. The Bawumia team and the Kennedy team, they are really paying money. Brandon Champon is paying money. But the amount of money Bawumia is pumping into the system and agree against the Ochinanopano, it is crazy. And what they are doing is, they are not so sure about some of the delegates. They are not so convinced. So now, delegates be over about 70%, only too convinced, they need to make sure 30% no more than in the Sika to get you to vote for Bawumia. And the last checks we did this afternoon, the scale, the numbers, they keep shaking a little bit. And to me, making any significant change, it's going to stay within 3%. Into the numbers we are going to put on the screen tonight, these numbers, margin of error, it's going to be within 3%. And there's going to be nothing a bit change the mamono. It is going to stay within these numbers. It can never go above these numbers. Numbers I'm never sure no. Remember be a fee. These are numbers that will reflect tomorrow after the NPP primaries. This is how it's going to look like tomorrow. Margin of error +3 -3. Mahamudu Bawumia will walk with 56.8%. Kennedy Japan will walk with 40.3%. Listen to me very well. The rest of the candidates will share 2.9%. Now, something is going to happen tomorrow. The monies they are sharing. Kennedy Japan, when you bring in a margin of error, he might lose 3 points. He might drop to 37%. And that 37%, no, because that 3%, no, Bawumia betuma fabi. And at 2.9 for betuma fabi. So technically, it will either boost Bawumia or boost the 2.9. Now, probability that Mahamudu Bawumia might also lose 3% or add 3% is high. But they are all going to stay within. If the margin of error we are going to put in here, Kennedy might drop to 37%. But the likelihood of Kennedy going over 40% is not possible. Mahamudu Bawumia can move to 59%. He can move to 58.3%. Mahamudu Bawumia could also drop 3%. That's why I'm saying the margin of error is 3. But the number we are looking at, Ochina, for Mahamudu Bawumia is 56.8. That is our solid number. That would be Kennedy bed dropping number. It is the money they are sharing tonight, and no one bit my drop Kennedy number. Ochina date here 31st of January 2026. Ochina by 6 p.m. You will come back to this number. You'll be shocked.
Hey, Kennedy Japan, we do best to announce obesity because prophecy we are Kevitela or dear by or see soon we are saying your first word, second word, third word, up to 7th or no wako up to the 7th and no who say Bawumia and no win Ebusia Kennedy Japan so what chambia and the Konako miem because near see the annoyed ding. Ebusia yaba follow chana and remember this time ya na yena ya huni ewu nyame kwa ene no kwafo ebusia I go the news TV mediani amano we the air exclusive and I the bro the best stress like video no subscribe no share stand be ya the fufroba osabeka ebusia ya crowd.